Hey Stormers, welcome back to my channel. And today I've already set up, almost set up, for the second part of the fan created scenario by Carl Stevens, The Outsider, and this is the second scenario, The Outsider's Castle. If you remember, last time I had to do a bit of a retcon because I made a few mistakes. Carl kindly put me right, so I did a quick video with a bit of footage just to play through again, and now we are, luckily we still got a win, and now we're through the grate, excuse me, and we're ready to start the next scenario. So the setup card tells us to, what have we got? Place all the locations in play, which we've done. We start in the Black Tower room, which we are. The key I've set aside, which is over there, you can see. Check the campaign log. If you recorded they are prepared now, add the 3 barricade cards into the encounter set, otherwise remove them from the game. Now we didn't record that, so I've removed those. If you recorded the Hunting Ghoul will still live, set aside the Hunting Ghoul. We didn't record that either, even though we didn't kill him. Carl's ruling is, or thematically, and he's correct, I suppose it's his scenario, is that we've closed the grate behind us and the Hunting Ghoul is trapped outside. That's fair enough, that gives us one less enemy to worry about. And then shuffle the encounter cards found with this scenario to make the encounter set. So basically all the encounter cards for this scenario is in the print and play. You don't need anything from any of the other sets, which is quite handy. Now, because I've now added in cards into the investigator decks from 2 of the expansions, namely Path to Carcosa, the deluxe box set. I've added the cards in for that, and I've also added in the cards for Blood on the Altar. I feel that we can move up a level. So what I've done, not that it makes any difference on this one, but well, actually, of course it makes a difference because I've added in some additional chaos tokens. So I've removed, I think, a +1, added in a +4, stuff like that. But this is the what's it called? This is what happens when we draw a chaos token. So we've got the skull, which is -X, where X is the number of ghouls in play. Shrouded Man, which is -1. If we fail the test, then discard a card from our hand. The tablet, which is -2. If we fail this test, then move 1 ghoul enemy 1 location towards the nearest investigator if able. And the Elder thing, which we don't have in there because this is we're not playing it as part of a, well, it's not continued from the Night of the Zealot campaign, so that's never got added, so we don't have to worry about that one. So we'll move on to, actually no, what we'll do, well, first of all we'll pick investigator cards. So I'm going to pick skids first. I haven't done this yet, so I'll try and do this one-handed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we've got. So what do we have? So Stubborn Detective, obviously that's a weakness, so let's just drop that out of the way and pick another one. And let's just see, I've made these nifty difty, is that a word? Just because I haven't got enough for the game stack holders, I've made these out of cardboard, just so it's easy for me to see what I'm doing. It's easy for you to see. There's not a much glare as there was before. So this is looking quite good because really I want to get some weapons into Skid's hands immediately. The automatic is not really what I wanted. I wanted the machete, but we can. It's better than nothing. On the bright side, we have Unexpected Courage. I think we'll keep that. And I think we'll keep Lone Wolf, which allows us to, when our turn begins, if there's no other investigators at our location, we gain a resource. And I definitely will want to keep Backstab. So I think we're going to keep these because what I was really looking for is this one here, Prepared for the Worst. Search the top 9 cards of your deck for a weapons asset and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. So I think we'll keep what we've got here. Definitely, I'm trying to get Leo DeLuca into play at some point, which we haven't picked up at the moment. So I suppose I could. What should I do? What's the chance of? I've got 2 Leo DeLuca cards in there. Do you know what? I am going to get rid of Lone Wolf and I am going to get rid of the automatic. because I think we got a chance of picking up the machete on our first turn. And what I don't want to do is put a weapon in each hand, because sometimes Skids needs to do a bit of investigation, and he's only got an observation of 3. And in the last scenario, I put both weapons in both hands, and I ended up struggling when he needed to make an observation or an investigation test. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of Lone Wolf and the automatic, and we'll draw 2 more cards. On the Lamb, which is his signature weakness, signature card, not a weakness card. Schizo tool deck only, fast play after your turn begins until the end of the round. Non-elite enemies cannot attack you, and it's also got quite a few icons for committing there. So we'll definitely, well, not that we've got a choice, but we'll keep that one. And come on, sneak attack. Okay, deal 2 damage to an exhausted enemy at your location. So not as exactly what I wanted, but it could be worse. So I will shuffle those cards up in between videos, and we'll move on to Daisy. Now Daisy is going to be our chief clue finder. She's already got an observation of 5, so if we can get a magnifying glass and Dr. Milan Christopher, I mean, I'm not sure how Dr. Milan Christopher will suddenly appear inside the grounds of the castle, but we're not going to worry about that. We'll take any help we can get. So we'll draw 5 cards for Daisy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we've got. For this one, I'm using a game of stacks because I've got it. These are really handy, these game of stack things. You should check out Rolling Solo's channel. Adam did a review of these a while ago, and they are, if you can pick them up while they're on sale, they're well worth it. So what have we got? We've got the Spirit Athane, which is a knife. I got that when I leveled up, used experience points to get that. That gives us, during a skill test on a spell card, Exhaust Spirit Athane, you get +2 value for this test. And Exhaust Spirit Athane fight, you get a +2 fight for this attack. So that's quite handy for Daisy, because her attack is pretty poor, to be honest. Her fight skill is only 2. We got the Ward of Protection. Before revealing chaos tokens for this test, choose one of the following symbols, and we get to ignore that. We've got another skill, which is Evasion, that uses the willpower instead of agility. And if we succeed, we deal 1 damage to the enemy just invaded. Blinding Light. Sorry, that was Blinding Light. Defiance. Getting confused. Defiance is before revealing a chaos token for this test, choose one of the following symbols, ignore the effects. Sorry, so I messed up there. So it's basically Ward of Protection, which is fast play when you draw a non-weakness treachery card. We can cancel that. Then we've got Defiance, which allows us to ignore the effect of 1 chaos token. Then we've got Blinding Light, which is the evasion, using willpower and causing a damage. And we've got Deduction. If this skill test is successful, or I investigate the location, discover 1 additional clue. So that's quite handy. What I really want in here is Dr. Milan Christopher. That's what I really want. And there's also another card added from one of the decks that allows me to let another investigator on my location search through the top 3 cards of the deck. So do I want to keep all these? I think we want to have a shot at getting Milan Christopher. So I think, you know what? I don't think we're going to be evading much to start with, he says. So I think we'll do that one. And I think we'll get rid of this Defiance. And we will draw, come on. Okay, we've got the Holy Rosary, which gives us +2 sanity. So that's then an asset. And we get a +1 to our willpower. And we get, okay. And we've got Astral Travel. Move to any revealed location and reveal a random token from the Chaos Bag. If you reveal one of those icons, you must discard an item or ally asset you control if you cannot take 1 damage. Okay, so again, we didn't get exactly what we wanted, but not a bad hand to start with. So again, I will shuffle these up once we've finish this section of the video. I've laid out some directional markers so we can see. Basically, we start in the Black Tower room here. The only way we can go there is to the Black Tower stairs, and then we've got a choice. We can either go, let's try and get this. We can go up to the library and then into the courtyard, and the courtyard leads in two directions to the castle gate and then to the chapel. Or we can go down the stairs, which takes us to the dark passage and then into the stone crypt. So a bit of a choice there almost as soon as we start. You can see I've made these, yeah, I mean it's not exactly super crafting skills. I won't be posting a video to DM Scotty's YouTube channel anytime soon, but they do the job, and it stops the majority of the glare. It makes it easier for me to see what's happening, and hopefully it makes it easier for you to see what's happening. So, just anything else I need to clear up before we end this section of the video? Yes, what I've done this time is, instead of starting our dice, which I'm using for sanity and damage, instead of starting them and moving them down like I normally do, I've decided that what I will do, if it's easier, if you're watching and you get confused or you're halfway through a video, I'm going to start them at 0 and, oh for crying out loud, I'm going to start them at 0 and move them up until we hit the, well, and hopefully we don't hit the maximum. So there's Skids and there's Daisy. So I don't think there's anything else apart from, we'll just quickly read the flavour text for the beginning of the scenario. Okay, here we go. Agenda 1A, the descent. Climbing down through the grating, you drop into an old circular room. No windows are present. If they were, then surely someone would have opened them to remove the stench of rot and decay. A piercing shriek from outside this room reminds you of the urgency of your task. Okay, that's that bit. I mean, we know we've dropped down to the grate, we've dropped down into the Black Tower room, and we need to figure out where these ghouls are coming from and put a stop to them. And, oh, there we go, right. Act 1A, how to stop them. These creatures must have been coming from this place. You need to find a way to stop them. Forced. Only investigators in the library location may spend clues to advance. So we've got 2 investigators, we need 8 clues to advance, and the library is 2 locations away, so it's there. The library is there. So basically, any clues we have, we need to be in the library to spend them to advance. Now, the agenda moves forward, or the doom threshold for the agenda is 4, and the amount of clues we need to move forward the act is 8 because we're using 2 investigators. So, I will leave it like that for the time being, and we'll come back with round 1 very soon. Thanks for watching, Stormers. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course leave any comments in the section below. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye bye.